Good evening, guys. Welcome in to another Disney Late Night Shenanigans on a Friday night. Welcome in. Hopefully, we'll get some people coming over here in a few minutes, and we'll then start the shenanigans. Hope everybody's day is going good. We are on. We're already in the third day of 2025. Definitely hope everybody's year is starting out good. Welcome in to all those that are coming in. And I know we might get we'll get a few stragglers coming in from over Pete, because I know Pete's getting ready to wrap up over there, and I decided to start it. And there's Donna Lowe. Hello, Donna. Welcome in. Good. How's the family, Donna? I hope you guys are all okay. Hope you're all doing good. Welcome in to all those that are here. Feel free to say hi, guys. We want to make everybody welcome. If you want a ninja watch, we appreciate ninja watching. Just please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share out the stream. If you are new to my channel, there, Jason Thibodeau, welcome in, buddy. Welcome in. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm glad you guys are doing good. I hope everybody up there is doing good. I'm hoping I might get somebody to. Well, I'm waiting on some people to hear back from some people. I can't. That's fine. You might have to have surgery. Oh, no. Prayers for you, Donna. Prayers. I will send you some prayers. But, yep, it's time for some shenanigans. It's Friday, so it's our good night to have shenanigans. We need some shenanigans with everything that's gone on for this whole community. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in for watching. I know some of you guys are probably transferring over from. We are probably going to do an 80s trivia night tonight. I'm going to pull up some. Kate Wilby, Happy New Year. Good to see you in here. Good to see you in here, guys. We're going to probably do some 80s trivia tonight on movies, 80s movies. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm just giving people time to transfer over or come in. And there's Jonathan. There's our good friend Jonathan. Well, I can do the surgery for you, Donna. I'm really good at it. And I'll save you money. I promise you. I'll save you money. Oh, there's our monorail, Maui. And of course, I have to do It's a Small World After All. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small, small world. And welcome in, Jen. I do hope you're feeling better, Jen. I know you weren't feeling the best the other day. I am not curly. I have come down to the conclusion that hey, Jonathan, I'm changing that picture up. I've come down to the conclusion that Mike and Richard are Laurel and Hardy. They are Laurel and Hardy. That's good. I'm glad you're doing better. Now that might be true on that one, Donna. Hello, Debbie. Welcome into our good free swing, Debbie. So my question is, are you going to join us in, Debbie? Welcome in. Yes, they are Laurel and Hardy. So now we just got to get our good friend Mama D on the picture. Did you? Awesome. Oh, sweet. Okay, let me get the link. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me get the link to Debbie. I'm hoping, guys, that we will have another. I'm hoping we'll have another person coming in. I've actually had a good day, guys. I can't tell you everything that's gone on. It's been a blessing tonight. I got so much to fill in everybody about my channels. Obviously, I finally got a hold of the person to work on my website. So I've got the bills totally left on the website. So I'm going to be getting Paul Engel. Welcome in, buddy. Good in. Okay, the link is in our personal IG chat, Debbie. And please, everybody that's getting hit by the storm, please be careful, stay safe, stay bundled up. I know you guys are getting bombarded up there from the Arctic. I know we're due for a cold spell down here in Florida, at least the north part of Florida. I can't speak for the south, but I do know that we're about to get hit with the Arctic chills up here in the north part. But anyways, welcome in, everybody. I'm going to tell you guys, I'm kind of glad I'm doing the Shenanigans. I can't tell you how great of a day it's been. Everybody know I did let's just say I've reached out. I did another show earlier. Did I do a show earlier today? No, that was on my other channel. When I did a show yesterday on the cruise line, I did have, and you guys will see a thumbnail from Pete doing a channel called Traveling with Tinkerbell. Well, I'm now kind of working with Tinkerbell, and we're going to help our channels on both sides to grow. So I will be on another person's channel on the 14th. And on the 16th of January, she will be.
Okay. Well, hello, everyone. How's everyone doing at this late hour? Hope everyone is doing well. I guess Dave will be back shortly.
Let me first apologize to you guys. I didn't freeze. Guys, I didn't freeze. It's to that time of month where I've used so much of my hotspot. The usage is dropping down. So it's going to cause me, I'm probably going to get bumped out from time to time until it resets itself on the 9th of January. So we're just going to have to deal with it. That's part of my situation. Being out of my house, I hate it. It sucks. But if you can bear with me,
no problem, Dave.
Huh? Say what, Debbie?
I said no problem.
Okay. Yeah, because it's freezing up your picture too, but it's the connection on my side. So if I bump out, you know why. I'll be right back as soon as I can. But anyways.
Hi, Daniel.
Yeah, it's the connection, Molly. And the problem is I'm having to use my hotspot because where I'm staying, I don't have internet connection. So I'm having to use my hotspot. So when we get to this time of year,
Please be careful, Molly. Please, with that
yes,
all that
please be
snow
careful.
and everybody else that's
Oh my God.
impacted by
Yeah,
this
please be
terrible
careful.
storm.
Everybody, please be careful. Jonathan, don't start. I will put you in timeout. I'm having a good day, but I will.
Jonathan!
Good gravy. And of course, oh, guys, I do want to do this. If you haven't had a check, go check out the homepage, my homepage for this channel. You guys will love it. Katie has redone the logo. And she already did the logo, but she resized it so it'll fit in the circle. And she redid the banner she redid the banner thing for my channel. The homepage on my channel looks absolutely stunning. But anyways, what I was trying to tell you guys is that please make sure you guys are definitely checking out the travel shows. We are going to be. I just got to confirm a date, but sometime in March we're going to have the Princess Cruise Line coming in and doing a Q&A with us. But that'll be in March. On January 16th, on the cruise line show, I will be having Tinkerbell coming in, and I'm hoping that she'll be IGing me here pretty quick and seeing if she wants to come on. I don't know if she was out and about. So because I'm really trying to help push her out, but she's helping me try to push out not only my channels, but going to help try to push out my business too. Because we are both travel agents. She works with, and I don't want to give away everything because she's going to be on the Triple C show, I think, within the coming few months. It looks like they just connected. So Molly will actually get to sit down with Tinkerbell. And I've actually got to speak with her by phone today. And she actually came after Debbie left. After we did that 3-hour-long thing the other day, having to fix Jonathan's craziness that he brought into the chat. We ended up going another hour beyond that. And hello, John. Yes, we are the Night Owls. Yeah, well, everybody, please, if you're in that cold air, please stay bundled up, stay safe, stay out of the, don't go out in the snow unless you absolutely have to. Yeah, we're getting cold here too, David T. It's actually going to be, well, you're the one that did it, John. You brought it, you brought it into the chat and then
Just be good, Jonathan. That's all I have to say.
And hello, KY. So, yes, thank you for putting that in there, Debbie.
You're
Because honestly, she's going to sort of be like a partner channel for this channel and the travel channel. So, I definitely want to put her out there for sure.
No problem.
No, you don't go out in the snow. You stay in the snow.
Hello, my dear John at Surf Bomb.
Yes, we are going to try to do an 80s trivia if I can keep it from going. I'm just trying to bring everybody up to speed on where we are with the channel and all that. Obviously, we had the new, let's see if let me bring that up. I don't even know if I got it downloaded.
Hi, Samantha Lowe. How you doing? So what everybody is gonna, did anyone start their New Year's resolutions or their new, as I call it, new life challenges yet?
Oh, we got a Samantha Lowe sighting in the house. Nice. Guys, please. Actually, guys, if somebody can get Samantha Lowe's link and put it in the chat. I know she does a good job on her channel. Now this is I did this thumbnail before she did this, guys. If it'll do it. I don't know if it's pulling it up now. And it's not. There you guys see what the schedule is for this channel. I know it's not, I don't know if you're sitting there on your side, Debbie. But yes, we still are going to be the Disney Life at 6 p.m. on Mondays. Late night shenanigans on 11:30 p.m. And the cafe chat is returning to 11 p.m., but I might start it at 10:45 on Saturdays.
Oh,
so the cafe is chat coming back. I ain't doing no snow angel. 1, I'm in Florida. 2, I like the beaches. I'd rather be, I'm dreaming of a white beach sand. Give me all the sandy beaches. I'll be happy with surfs and white caps to be 80, 90, 100 degrees.
Oh, Dave.
Well, hey, I didn't say I couldn't make up songs either. We already know I got a decent voice.
That you do. That you do. You have more than a decent voice. You have a good voice.
But that still doesn't mean I'm going to be doing any karaoke up at the Maryland meetup.
Oh, yes, you will.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Oh, yes, you will.
Oh, no, I won't.
Yes, you will.
I will
drag you up there myself.
No karaoke's for me.
Hey, if I can do it, you can do it.
You and Molly would have to get an army to drag me up here, and still wouldn't work. Yes,
you better be going, John.
Yes, I am
if
going.
Not, I'll be dragging him. I'll be getting up there, and I'll drag him there. He is going.
Well, I can try to argue, Paul, but I know I'll end up losing. And I'm just hoping Molly went back. Hopefully Molly went to sleep, so she ain't, because I know I'll get it from her too. See, told you the shenanigans were coming back to thing. No, it's just been a good day. How's your day been, Debbie? I mean, how are you feeling and how are you doing?
Yeah, so. I mean, I did some stuff around the house still. I got a lot to do in my house, but yeah, I'm all right. I'm getting a little tired, but hey, yeah. That's my life.
And the worst, yes, but the worst of it is when even like my body's tired and I can probably lay down, but I won't want to go. Oh no, Pete couldn't even drag me up there. And heaven knows I sing in front of my church. I lead the singing. But
so what?
You couldn't get a bunch of wild horses to do it in front of no.
If you could do it in church, you can do it at the party.
No,
just make believe that it's a big church. That's all you have to do. Make believe it's a big church.
It's one thing to do it in front of my church. It's a whole different to do it in front of the whole Disney community, or a good chunk of the Disney community.
If you sing in here, Dave, and everyone is watching you, you could do it at the meetup.
Yeah, I can do it all right. I'll go.
Oh, Dave, what am I going to do with you? A community, that's right. It's a community church. Just think of it as a Disney community church. That's all.
Oh, I can just imagine if certain people are listening to this right now. This is what I was trying to tell Tinkerbell about, that she's coming into a good community, and I think we'll see a lot more of her in the community. I hope, like I said, and John, I'll be glad to room with you if you're going. I'll be glad to room with you. If you are going, works for me. Seriously, if you're going, I'll be glad to be roomies with you. We'll just coordinate it.
So there you go.
And I'm being serious. I am going this year. I already talked. I am one of those people that Pete keep saying that I'm committed that I will. I have to wait till the 15th till I get paid, but I will be putting the $50 deposit down on the 15th. So that I can get my big. I will say this, and this comes with the heart. So I can get my big hug from Debbie and get my big hug from Molly. There's something about your people are right. There's something about their hugs that are just awesome.
I already said.
I got to get my hugs.
I already said in Pete's, I go, he has 30 people so far committed. I go, that's 30 hugs. I need to give 70 more.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be 100 hugs that I'll be giving.
Oh, you'll have to have a lot of hugs to give to people.
I had to get my arms in shape for that.
That's true. You never know. You just never know. But yeah, so and like I said, if you guys really want, and I will tell you that for anybody that's really interested in traveling, I encourage you to check out with Tinker, especially the cruises, because she does do a lot of cruises, and on one of her shows she talks a lot about the different cruises. I definitely suggest you check out Traveling with Tinkerbell. Yeah, you get exactly, Jonathan. She's going to need a hug checklist. Make sure she checks off all the names that she got to give hugs to.
That is true. Yeah,
I need
to ask Pete to give me the list so I can have my hug list and make sure that I go down the line.
There you go. Exactly.
And some may even get double hugs. All
right. So we're going to pull this out of the hat, and we'll talk a while, but I think I'm going to throw some, I know we had talked about, we're going to do some 80 stuff. Well, tonight we're going to start some of that, and we're going to do a few questions and do some 80s trivia.
Hello, my lovely Tina.
Oh, there's our Tina. Yay, we got a Tina. Hello, Tina. Please, everybody, please put Tina's link into the chat, please. Both links. Now that she's got a second channel.
And here's our Richard, one of our crazy friend, Richard of Blumenkiza.
Yes. Welcome in, Tina. Good to see you. I gotta get Tina on one of my shows when she's not so busy. She's usually busy with everybody else.
Yeah, 80s is doing we got a double Dave. Oh,
You,
wow.
Tina, I really would love to get you on. Okay, I got to remove this. I got to remove the other me. There can only be. There's only so many of us good, handsome guys in here. Okay, now that one is hashtag false news. Um, Tina, I'll reach out to you because I don't know what your schedule's like with the other shows, but I would love to get you to come hang out, even if it's on a Friday night with Debbie and me for a while.
That'd be nice.
Because and help us with the shenanigans. Nope, I'm back. Here's what's going on, guys. For you guys that are just coming in, it is because I have to use a hotspot. You're all aware of that I'm misplaced right now. You know I'm aware of misplaced with my house situation, and I'm having to use my phone as a hotspot to connect to the internet. And right now, the usage on it has caused it. I'm at that point where the usage has dropped now because you only get so much for hotspot usage on the hotspot, and it's beyond that now. So the speed of the connection is slower down now until it resets the whole, whatever you want to say, the whole connection replaces on the 9th. And there's Richard. What are you doing, Richard? Get your butt in here in the screen.
Yeah, Richard, get on.
I'll invite Tina to come on. Might be better. Because I'm still trying to figure out which one's Laurel and which one's Hardy.
All I know is that you, Richard, and Mike are the Three Stooges.
No. I am normal. I behave myself.
You are not. You may be normal. Myself. You may be normal in like certain ways, but you're not.
We've determined today that they are Laurel and Hardy.
You're not normal.
Oh, why not? I determined that they're actually Laurel and Hardy.
David T.
That's okay. Let me know what Friday, whatever. Let me know when a good Friday is for you to come on. And Debbie, I'm sure you'll come on and hang out with me and Tina, won't you?
Of course.
See, David T understands. He knows he's Laurel and Hardy. But I do have to say, you know what? I do love my partner channel. He's been there through thick and thin with me through all this whole transition, through this whole thing over the last 4 years. So, all right, let's do some 80s trivia, guys. Let's at least throw one question right now. Here's the first, and these are 80 movies. These are movies from the 80s. Let's see how many of you guys can get this. Who were the 5 members of the Breakfast Club? Who were the 5 members of the Breakfast Club?
Oh, the Breakfast Club?
Yep.
God, I remember the Breakfast Club, but I can't remember the people's names. Oh, my God.
Yeah, wow. Dang. I know. Okay, I just realized what he's saying. Oh, Lord, that went through over my head real quick. I didn't mean that legitimately. I meant come on and show on the screen and have some fun, but I know it's getting kind of late over
there. Okay, let's see. Who's on Breakfast Club?
Hey, well, see, that's see. Well, yeah, just let me know when a good time is, Tina. I'll reach out to you. But again, guys, did we get both of her links in the chat?
I got her. Yeah, I got her one of them. I'll get her the other one.
Kay Willoughby's got one. Kay Willoughby's got one of them. Molly Ringwald was one of them. And they call them the Brat Pack. I will give you if you all know who the Brat Pack is.
Yeah.
They all call them in the Brat Pack because they were also responsible for the movie St. Elmo's Fire, which I love the song St. Elmo's Fire.
Oh yeah, I love that movie too.
So if you know who the Brat Pack is, you'll know you'll get 5 of the names out of there.
Okay, I got Tina's other channel now.
Okay, Willoughby's got one. It was Molly Ringwald.
Yeah, Rob Lowe. Yeah, Molly Ring. I can't think of the others.
Well, Rob Lowe was not in that movie. I can tell you now, Rob Lowe was not. Judd Nelson, yes. Katie Wise got one of them. Judd Nelson and Molly Ringwald were 2 of them. And they've and most of these
Judd Nelson. Judd Nelson, yeah, Judd Nelson, yep. Emilia Estevez.
There you go. David T's got them all. Molly Ringwald, Anthony Michael Hall, Allison Reynolds. Well, let's see. Yeah. Molly Ringwald, Anthony Michael Hall, Allison, who was Ali Sheedy, Emilio Estevez, Judd Nelson, and Michael Hall. I think wow, he really
Well, how do I fit into that?
Curly Moe, Larry, and Debbie, Jonathan, the 5 that's usually on like.
How do I fit into that?
There is that's Larry, Curly, Dave, Debbie, and Jonathan. That's who's usually the 5 that's on. Yes, Emilio Estevez was at 1, Katie. Jonathan, well, that may be a little bit before your time, Jonathan. I know you're not that old.
Yeah, that movie is old.
And it's not that we're old, but most of I can guarantee you a lot of us during this chat now grew up with watching a lot of these people.
I didn't grow up with it, but I was in 1985. I was already.
Well, yeah, but you remember. You remember.
I was already an adult on that one, but yeah.
So, but yep. So we got that one. All right.
Oh yeah, who was in the Fast Time? Oh yeah, yeah. That was.
Who was in that Fast? Oh, that was easy.
Oh, that was a good movie.
That was a good one. There was quite a few in. You had a whole bunch of them that were in Fast Time.
Oh yeah.
Not just this regular. Exactly, Jonathan. I mean, he might have forgotten them. But for some of these movies meant a lot.
Sean Penn, Phoebe Cates, Jennifer Lee,
all of them.
Nicolas Cage.
Phoebe Cates was on Friends. All these guys, and those ones too, also went on to have good careers in acting.
Yeah, there were a lot of people in that movie. I liked it, but I wasn't too thrilled. I mean, it was okay. I mean, I wasn't a big fan of that.
The Blues Brothers.
Oh my gosh.
That was another good movie. Yeah, that was another good movie. Dan Aykroyd. And oh God, who was the other one? Dan Aykroyd.
The famous actor. Oh my God.
Yeah, I can't remember who the other Blues brother was. All I can see is Dan Aykroyd. But that was some good movies too. Okay. Here's
Johnny
one for
Belushi. John Belushi. John Belushi was one.
Yes, those are good ones too. Here's a good one for you guys. Who was one of the top writers and directors in the 1980s? Who was one of the top writers and directors in the 80s? And I can guarantee you, he did a lot of the movies.
Oh my God.
Or a good number of them that were very popular in the 80s. And I believe he's still around today. I think he's still is. I think that director is still writer-director. I think is still doing.
Steven Spielberg. Steven Spielberg, Martin.
Not Spielberg. Spielberg's biggest one in the 80s was E.T.
Well, yeah, well, that's big. That was a big movie.
No, this one, I will tell you this. This one was the cause of The Breakfast Club, Pretty in Pink, Ferris Bueller's Days Off, Weird Science. Richard coming. No, I know who you're talking about. No, it wasn't. Oh God, now I can't think of his name. No. This actor director. He was he did The Breakfast Club, Pretty in Pink, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and Weird Science. Because he was both a writer and a director.
I'm talking about Martin Scorsese.
Nope, it wasn't Martin. It wasn't Martin Scorsese. It wasn't Ron Howard. There you go, Jonathan. You mean John Hughes.
John Hughes.
John Hughes. I will tell you this. I'm not going to do it tonight, but we will do something 80s. And I do have I will put up I'll have to get some pins from Disney, and I will put some pins up for some of these quiz shows that we do on Friday night. For all these pin lovers, we're all Disney, so we'll make sure it's some Disney pins.
Yeah, I mean, I watched some movies in the 80s. I didn't.
How about Porky's? My Porky's, man, you're talking about a movie I had to sneak around to watch. Had to sneak around my parents to watch that one. Porky's was good.
I mean, I watched some movies in the 80s. I didn't watch a whole lot of movies in the 80s, at least not in the beginning of the 80s.
Yeah, well, you got to remember David T. I don't know about the rest of you. I was a teenager at the time Porky's came out. So, yeah, that was one when that came out. You as a teenager had to sneak around and try to see. For sure. All right, Kay. Well, have a good night. Sleep well.
Sweet dreams, Kay.
I know you guys will get this one because she Jonathan, I know you were born in 1980. I got about 10. I got 10 years on.
Johnny was born in 1980. He was born a year after I graduated high school.
How was you born in 19? Yeah, I'm thinking that. I didn't think he was that old. I got 14. How can you be? Are you in your 40s? You're not in your 40s, are you, Jonathan? You can't be. Kevin Theme Park Adventures. Welcome in, buddy. Welcome in. Jonathan, you're not in your 40s. Because I know are you trying to tell me you're 44? God, I didn't think you were that old, Jonathan. I thought you were more maybe in your 30s.
I'm as old as Steve's world.
Well, if he was born in, it means I can tell you exactly how old he is if he was born in 1980, because I was born in 1970. So I've got 10 years on.
Hello, Kevin Theme Park Adventures.
Good to see you, Kevin Theme Park Adventures. Welcome in.
I mean, top 80 movies were Die Hard and Christmas Vacation. That was in the later years, so later in the 80s. And then you had the Christmas Vacation Club. Christmas Story was in the 80s.
I feel like I'm in a revolving.
The Outsiders. Did you watch The Outsiders, Dave? Yeah, I love The Outsiders.
He is, Paul. He's a youngster. Well, guess what? Steve is a youngster too. And I can actually say it since I'm in my mid-50s. Anyways, what did you say about The Outsiders, Debbie?
Did you watch The Outsiders? That was in 1983.
Yeah, I did see The Outsiders. Yeah, you and Steve are still youngsters. Anyways, here's a good one for you. Who was the actress that played Ferris Bueller's sister in Ferris Bueller's Day Off? She actually, it was a good movie, and I will say that she was in a movie with Patrick Swayze. There's a hint for you.
There was Mia, Sarah, Jennifer Grey.
Yep, that's it. Jennifer Grey.
Jennifer Grey.
Mama D got it. Okay, now if you can't get this question, and I mentioned this, I mentioned this one. Yep. Jennifer Grey. Yep, that's what Debbie said, and Katie said it too. Oh, here's a good one for you. If you guys can't get this one, because I told you who we all know who the Rat Pack was. Yeah, he's more of a millennial than you're more of a Gen X. Though actually, Jonathan, if you were born in 1980, you are a Gen X. From 68 to 80 was Generation X. So if Steve was after the 80, then he is definitely a millennial. Rat or Brat Pack? No, I know who everybody knows who the Rat Pack is if you know your singers. But the question is, who was known as the Brat Pack? What was known as the Brat Pack? And I can guarantee you all the actors were named that were in the Brat Pack. And again, these actors they also did. Oh, you missed a whole bunch of shenanigans. I'm trying to keep them all in line, Jill. It's tough.
Amelia Estevez is one of them. Rob Lowe, Andrew McCarthy, Demi Moore, Judd Nelson, Molly Ringwald, and Ali Sheely, and Michael Hall were all the part of the Brat Pack.
And don't forget him. Did you say Emilio Estevez too?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, Emilio. Oh, did you, Jill? Nice. That's cool.
That's nice, Joe. Yeah, I love Sammy James Jr.
Yeah. There's Jason. He was hiding on us. I know.
Hey, Jason.
I know Jason was hiding on us somewhere. Hey, where's Gloria, Jason?
Hello, Miss Jill.
Yeah. Where's Gloria? She usually pops in. Yep, but those were but you know what, to me, again, I'm going to tell you straight out, and I know it's because I was a teenager in the 80s. You ain't getting better than the 80s, guys. We had good music, good parties,
I don't know,
good dances, great movies.
Hey,
we had MTV, which actually played videos when they did videos.
I was a teenager in the 70s.
No, I had to disagree with the 90s was okay. 90s was okay. 80s was the bomb. The 80s was the bomb.
Okay. I'll stick with my 70s.
70s.
My 70s.
70s. Man,
a teenager in the 70s.
70s. Man.
Yes.
Suits were made out of polyester, which was like wearing cardboard. It had denims, which was rough. Man, I don't know about the 70s. I was a kid in the 70s.
70s were great. 70s had great music, my dear.
Oh, don't wake her up then, Jason. Definitely do not wake her up. No, there was some things.
Oh, Jason, you be good to Gloria now.
No, I will say this, Debbie. There were some good things about the 70s, but it was also a tough time because you had, The
Yeah.
early 70s, you still had the Vietnam
Yeah.
War coming to a close. You had high gas prices, a lot of unemployment.
Yeah, unemployment
car,
everywhere.
a lot of I can tell you that a lot of the car factories for Ford and all that were being shut down. It was a tough time for the auto industry in the 70s. It was just, there was a lot of tough times in the 70s.
Yeah,
But
that's
on
true.
the other hand,
That's
you look
true.
at some of them, if you look at some of the music came out of the 70s, there was some good, there was, Captain and Tennille and, the Jackson Five. You did have some, yeah, Jonathan, 70s did have some great music.
70s were great.
I'm not so sure about the films too much. I didn't really particularly care for a lot of the 70s film. Yeah, exactly, David. The Bee Gees, the Beach Brothers, the Beach Boys.
Yeah, the Bee
Grease,
Gees.
exactly, Grease. There was some films that came out, but I wasn't too thrilled on a lot of the 70s.
Yeah, you had good groups in the 70s. Let me tell you
Oh
that for
no.
sure.
All I cared about was watching my Looney Tunes. Me. Give me my Bugs Bunny and the Roadrunners.
No.
Oh, let's see how many remember this one, because she was really popular as a model. And I can tell you, every boy, when this movie came out in the 80s, every boy. Well, yeah, Star Trek came, but then you also had Star Wars that came out in 76. So there was a few good films that actually, you think about it, in the late 70s, you had a lot of, going into 79, 80, you had a lot of science fiction stuff going on. Oh, really, David T? Nice. Ooh, awesome, Jill. So, did you see anybody in the 70s, Debbie? Did you get to go to any concerts?
Yeah, I went to George Harrison.
Okay, nice.
I did a few. Not much. Actually, I did only a few. Yeah.
Nice. What do you mean that's too right? I mean, there were some good things about the 70s, but 70s was a bizarre decade because there was some good stuff that came out of it, but the problem was with the 70s, all of a sudden you had high gas prices, the end of the Vietnam War. Unfortunately, drugs were picking up. You had the start of the AIDS epidemics. I can guarantee you AIDS had started in the 70s, even though it didn't really pop out until the mid 80s, or actually was more well known in the 80s. Oh, you saw the band Boston in concert? No, actually, the movie I was going to talk about was it. Everybody remembers the movie Weird Science, where the characters named Gary and Wyatt they created that woman. Who was the actress that played Lisa?
Who?
First
What
concert
movie
was
you
Kit.
talking?
The question was, what was the name
Oh
of the
yeah,
woman?
Space Odyssey. Yes, that was good.
Oh, Space Odyssey. Now there you go, Space Odyssey.
That was great. That was fantastic.
Oh, that was a heck of a movie, Space Odyssey. And then you had Space Odyssey 2010 back in, let's see, did it come out? I think that came out in the 80s. Then you had 2000, somewhere in the 80s, Space Odyssey 2010 came out. Yeah, see, there you go. That's what I'm talking about, the 80s. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Party on, dudes. Oh, see, Jill's always got the good stuff. Jill and Katie.
Yeah. Yeah, nice, Joe.
Well, hey, at least I get to say I had Roger Rabbit. Roger Rabbit came out the year before I graduated, and he was my class mascot. So I put dibs on Roger Rabbit and Jessica Rabbit. Yeah, they do seem like a long. I mean, shoot. It's hard to tell where time goes. Time just flies so much, it's ridiculous. And you look back at where we were to where we are, and we're like, what the hell has happened to this world? We're all gone nuts, basically.
Hi, Amy. AJC Magic TV. Hi,
there we
Amy.
go, Amy.
Olivia Newton-John. Oh, I love Xanadu. That's right. Xanadu movie.
Sorry, guys. Jennifer Caruso just IG'd me. I'm trying to set her up for something.
Oh, okay.
So, and I'm trying to set her up for the cruise line show.
Oh, yeah. Should be excellent at that. Yeah, I mean, 70s were, yeah, they were rough in the beginning. But you had great music, great bands.
Which ones?
In the 70s, you had the Commodores, you had the...
Oh, hey, Amy. Yeah. Welcome in AJC Magic TV. It's always good to see Amy in here as well. Ooh, Physical. I love that. I love that video with Olivia Newton-John. Let's get physical.
Oh, yeah. Physical with Olivia Newton-John. I love Olivia Newton-John. She was just, I loved her.
I would be in trouble because she's the third one I wanted to marry. There was Tiffany and Debbie Gibson and Olivia Newton-John. I would have had so many wives, I would have been arrested.
Yep.
I had so many crushes on so many girls back in the 80s. It was beyond belief. And she was one of them because she was still a looker, even when she was in the 80s. The Turtles. I don't think I've ever heard of the Turtles. Bee Gees was great.
Beatles. Nothing beats the Beatles. That was my favorite group of all time.
The Turtles. Yeah, I never did get to. I never heard of the Turtles.
I grew up with the Beatles.
I was not a big Beatles fan. I was but yes, Earth, Wind and Fire. That they had some good songs, Richard. Exactly. Yep. They were good too. The only one of the big ones that I did not care for was the Beatles. I just don't know why. Nope. I mean, now I loved a couple of their singers. When they went to individual solos, but I did not care for them as a group. She said, "Oh, Jill, so you think their best song was Happy Together?"
Oh, yeah.
Maybe if that's the song that I'm thinking of, maybe I have heard of them then, because I do remember "We Are Happy Together." Is that the one you're talking about, Jill?
Beach Boys, yes. Beach Boys. Queen.
Kool and the Gang. Oh, there you go. Kool and the Gang. Who had got transferred? No, who was the other ones? Jefferson Starship, but they had gone through several names. I don't remember what their names were in the 70s. Electric Light Orchestra. There you go, Amy. Okay, that is it. Then, yeah, I did hear of them because I do remember that. We are happy together.
Yeah.
Oh, you were a Beach Boy.
Crosby, Stills, and
Who
Nash.
would not be living in Santa Monica? I could imagine, Jill, you were being a Beach Boy thing. Jason has gone to Boston, Foreigner, AC/DC, Willie Nelson, Bob Seger, ELO. Okay, there's a Foreigner I love. Boston I love.
Yeah.
Willie Nelson I definitely love. Bob Seger I loved. I don't know who ELO is. And AC/DC, there's a couple of songs I love them for maybe AC/DC. Oh, Farrah Fawcett Majors, yes. Jacqueline Smith, Kate Jackson, Cheryl Ladd. Yes. Let me see. I did have one crush on one of the on the Charlie's Angels. Yeah, you know what? 70s did produce a lot of good stuff. But again, there was something about the 80s and I mean, you had the different music and everything that came out of it. There was just you could go through the whole list. Aerosmith, there you go, Aerosmith. Yeah, Aerosmith still plays today. I wish they weren't. I hate the fact that they're turning the Aerosmith roller coaster into the Muppets. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to ride that roller coaster at Hollywood Studios anymore.
Yep.
Queen.
Angels. Queen.
Yes,
Queen. I mentioned Queen.
Mm-hmm. Queen, yes. Yeah, you can still find some Aerosmith stuff, which is pretty cool. I mean, I'm trying to think of some others here. I mean, I can remember. Here's some 81s for you. Who remembers? Everybody had to remember because she did a video with Captain Lou Albana. Can't forget what's her name. Oh God, what is her? Had that crazy hair color. You had Devo. I'll tell you some of the 80s that I listened to. Devo, Stevie Nicks, Debbie Gibson, Tiffany, Devo, obviously Aerosmith, Foreigner, Jefferson Starship, which eventually became just Jefferson or Starship. I can't remember which one. Kenny Rogers, Jeff Dan, Cyndi Lauper. Thank you, David T. You just got the one I was trying to think of. Cyndi Lauper was the one with the crazy curly hair who did that crazy. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Let's see if I can turn some heads with this one. Madonna in her heyday in the 80s. I'm going to, okay. I know this is, I'm going to do something. It's after midnight, so I can go southward. I'm going to omit something. I actually had Madonna's first Playboy magazine back in those days.
Oh boy.
That's all that's all I'm going to say. She was a looker in her young days. Yeah, Queen is good too. And they probably I think you're right, Richard. But David P mentioned some other ones. See, that's some good stuff. Oh, now you're woke up, Debbie. We talking about some stuff that even reaches to you. And while we're all looking at some other things, let's see.
Oh. Yeah, I guess I'm just so used to the 60s and the 70s music because that's what I grew up with, you know. The Grateful Dead, can't beat the Grateful Dead. Pink Floyd, The Doors. Who else we had?
Wow. Okay.
Simon and Garfunkel. You can't forget Simon and Garfunkel. 60s and 70s. Fleetwood Mac. Can't forget Fleetwood Mac.
Meatloaf. David T said TMI to my comment about the magazine. I'm just saying, David T, it was, every boy had a crush on her when she was younger. Oh, here's a question for you. What year, and this, to me, this was the best movie that came out. I'm sorry, it beats Star Wars. It beats Return of the Jedi, which was 83, because I know Empire Strikes Back came out in 80. But here's the best movie. This is just my opinion, but who remembers what year did the movie E.T. the Extraterrestrial come out? Obviously, we all know Drew Merritt. That was the first time you really got
Drew Barrymore. Yeah.
Drew. That was the first. That was the Drew. It's after midnight. It says late night shenanigans. Yes, we try to keep it Disney, but obviously we also have the shenanigans in there, David.
1982 is when E.T. came out.
Yes, you are correct. Yet, you would be right, Richard. Elton John was quite. Elton John and Madonna were hitting it. That actually was the stride for Elton John and E.T. 1982. That's what Debbie said too, David T. Oh, here's a Disney question for you. What was the name of the cartoon mermaid that stole our hearts in 1989?
Baby, why?
What? What am I missing? Hold on. What am I missing? What am I missing? Did somebody send you something, Debbie, that I'm not aware of?
Read in the comments, Dave. Oh my God. Oh my God, Katie. That was good. That was good.
Okay, what did I miss? How far am I going back?
She said, sorry, Dave, that you sounded like you said E.T. the extra.
Yeah, I know. I just read it. Oh my Lord. No, it was probably because it's staticky because of the connection. I said the extraterrestrial. God. Now we are going. And Jonathan thought, and David T thought I was bad with just mentioning Madonna's Playboy magazine thing. That was going further south than me.
Oh my gosh.
I'm glad Pete ain't here. But then again, he may be watching. I don't know. Well, at least I will say, at least we're keeping the tradition alive that with the night shows that go on for the Disney community, they all somehow go south. Well,
oh my God. Oh my God. That was a good laugh. That was a good laugh. I don't know, guys. I don't know.
Boy, we have definitely gone south. Yes, it's after midnight. We should be okay with the
Be right back.
I know. I'm back, David T. It don't take me that long to get back to the connection. Are you okay? Take your time, buddy. Listen. Oh no, Goonie. I'm sorry. I have to I respect your opinion, Richard, but I'm going to have to disagree with you on that. E.T. was much, much better than Goonies. Well, it's after midnight, Katie. We're, a lot of our Disney shows tend to go south on after this. Ryan Roll, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, be careful out there, Ryan. I know you got snow, and even Molly was saying that they had a foot of snow. I think is what she was like. She said she had something about made a mistake, and that she ended up had a foot of snow where she was at. How much do you got? How much snow do you got, Ryan? Because I know you guys are getting pommeled, and I know certain other states are getting pommeled, and I know it's moving. I don't know which way it's moving. I just know it's moving east, but is it moving northeast? Are any of you guys that are up there in New England states going to get any of this?
Sorry about that.
Well, I figure Pete's probably asleep by now, Jonathan. I think we're pretty safe by now.
Hi. Hello, Ryan.
Well, now see, I thought Against All Odds was an okay movie.
What movie?
It wasn't the best. It wasn't the best movie, but you're supposed to get a big storm moving on Monday. Ooh, please be careful, Ryan.
Yeah, please be careful. I think I lost my voice.
It may have made more money in the box office, but to be the honest, truthfully, E.T. touched people's hearts more than the Goonies did. Don't get me wrong, Goonies has it's got its following. There ain't no question about
E.T. is totally different.
But E.T. touched everybody's heart because everybody could relate to E.T. and relate to Elliot, and obviously that movie put a certain candy on the household market. And I don't think I have to tell everybody what candy was put on the household market after that movie.
You have a complicated
answer. Uh-oh. I'm not. Do we want to even hear this complicated answer, Ryan? We've already gone south, so I'm not sure how much further. Now, if Pete calls in, then we could almost end up at Antarctica for sure. But we've gone pretty south. I know that. It did. It had. No, it wasn't in. It was. It was. What was it? Now I can't even think. Reese's Pieces. It was the Reese's Pieces. And that's just it. And I respect that, Richard. To me, now see, and to me, I didn't particularly care for Goonies. I loved E.T. more.
Yeah, I wasn't a Goonies. Was not a Goonies fan at all. At all. I didn't like that movie at all.
And that is probably true. I will say that Ryan is right on that one. Goonies has probably got more movie watch than E.T. did. After everybody loved it the first time they watched it, but it was so simple. E.T. was so simple it really people didn't watch it as much after one or two times. Now Goonies, on the other hand, it was so complicated. I will give Ryan that, and that's probably where Richard's going with it. Um, but Goonies, yeah, it had more of a following because it did have a lot of complicated pieces to the movie Goonies. It's probably why I didn't understand it and why I didn't particularly. You want good gravy. You wanted the gadget belt and Goonies? Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand why M&M's didn't give them the right to that, David T. You're correct on that one. But it sure shot. It sure in the heck shot the, with Elliot giving ET the Reese's Pieces. It sure shot up. It definitely it definitely made Reese's Pieces come to life. It actually put them on the market. Oh, to
Top Gun,
me,
yeah.
yeah, I agree with you, Jill. To me, Top Gun outdoes Goonies and E.T. Ferris Bueller's Day outdoes Goonies and E.T. And I can tell you, and I don't know what David T thinks, but as far as I'm concerned, Top Gun to me was one of the best movies out of the 80s. It outdoes Goonies. It outdoes E.T. It does out quite a few movies. I won't say all of them. Have a good night, Amy.
Good night, Amy.
Oh, Top Gun. Oh, my goodness. Yep, Fly Navy. Thank you. There you go. Yes, Top Gun. Yeah. And that's what I was talking about as far as E.T. E.T. was so popular because Ryan Rowe made a good point. E.T. you can watch one or two and it would still touch your heart. But after watching it so many times, you're not going to watch it as much. But Goonies was so complicated, you had to watch it several times just to understand things. Oh, no. Top Gun, you think Top Gun was better than the Maverick? No. I'm just curious to hear your opinion on that, Richard. Are you saying that you think Top Gun was better than Top Gun 2? Because I can point out several reasons why not. One, the fight scenes in Top Gun 2 was far much better than it was in Top Gun 1. Two, it actually brought a human emotional to the forefront between the characters. It melted the characters. I love the way it tied into Top Gun. Oh, Ryan, please tell me no. Not the. Are you Christmas movie? Let me see. Are we talking about Die Hard, Ryan? I know you ain't talking about the Christmas Story. Oh no. Christmas, no. Oh my goodness. Christmas Story. I don't even know how you can watch the Christmas Story. And that's where Top Gun 2 has. It has the backstory to it. So yeah. I just don't like there's no way Maverick is far better than the original Top Gun. I'll give him that. Now, I don't know if the third one going to be quite as good as the second. I'm really scared about where they're going with the third Top Gun since they lost Val Kilmer as Iceman.
Richard, you're correct on that. I'll never watch a movie just for flight. Yeah, you have to have a plot.
Yes, I do. To me, honestly, that is one of those movies that it wasn't top notch like Top Gun, but I still thought The Final Countdown was a good one. To me, that touches me as a Navy person, and I think it was underrated. It wasn't one of the best science fiction movies, but I do think it was underrated for me. Are you serious, David T? One of your last CO was on the Nimitz when it was filmed and has a camp. Really? You do tell. I gotta get you on here. You got some story, buddy. And that's okay. I mean, and that's cool, Richard. To me, here's the thing with the Christmas Story. My problem is when they play the Christmas Story on TNT for 24 hours straight, right behind, it does me in. That is like, even, I will tell you this, even with White Christmas and A Wonderful Life, if they start playing it too much around the Christmas seasons, even that can be too much for me.
Yeah.
But my thing is they do the Christmas Story on TNT 24 hours, or at least they used to.
Yeah.
And they killed that movie. I don't know how. Well, you got to remember this too. They did not have the technology back then that they have now, Jonathan. But I do agree with you as far as the dogfights. The dogfights were more realistic, especially with the second generation, the 5th gen planes. The 5th gen planes are what you saw on that 5th gen plane was real. So that's what the 5th gen planes can do. They are. You almost look like you're getting tired, Debbie.
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna.
We're not gonna go much longer.
Yeah, I'm having issues with one of my eyes. It's kind of really bothering me right now.
Yeah, but and I'm glad you do watch it with your family. If that's a tradition, that's what makes it special, Richard. And I'll give you that one. I mean, I'm just not a big. Even when I saw it the first time, I was never a big fan of it.
It was I. I didn't like that movie at all, actually.
I mean, what did it in for me was who puts a leg lamp in a living room? Really? A leg lamp?
Right. Yeah.
Which one? Or for which one, Jill? Oh my God, that's your CO? Serious?
Oh.
Holy crap. Now I'm gonna end up going back and watching that scene. Oh,
and the sick boy and the
and I can agree with that. I can go with that, Richard. I understand that because I will tell you in the 80s they really did play ET a lot. Now, once it got into the 90s, they didn't play ET as much. The problem is they still play Christmas Story quite a bit now. Oh, Hinder. Now
yeah,
you want to talk about? Oh,
Harry, that was
a cute movie. That was a cute movie. It wasn't great, but it was a cute, funny movie. Henderson. I mean, he sits on the car. Oh my God! And if you love the history of Sasquatch, that movie was great. I agree with you. It wasn't the best, but it was still a good one. Are you Top Gun 3? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do. They got to be careful with Top Gun 3 because I don't know if it can be as good as Top Gun 2.
I don't think I ever watched the Top Gun movies, to be honest with
you. Well, then you know what? When I come up to Maryland, we're going to have to sneak off in the corner. I'm going to put the laptop on and make you watch Top Gun movies, Debbie.
Okay.
We'll get you up to speed.
Yeah, the field. No, talking about the Field of Dreams. That movie, I love that movie.
Jill hit one right out of the ballpark.
Yeah,
Guys,
Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams. Field of Dreams, right there. That was one of the best. Yep, Flight of the Navigator, and that was a Disney movie. That was another good heartfelt story. And I'll give you another one, and I don't think any of us will disagree. 1988, Roger Rabbit.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit came out in 1988. I know it did because he was my mascot for class of 89. And I think that came out early 88 or maybe 87. It might have been 87 too. But I know it was a year or two before because I think I was in high school at that time. Yeah, but yeah, I agree with you. The Flight of the Navigator. Richard, we need to actually sit. I don't know how we can do it, but we need to sit and do some review on some of those movies.
How about Footloose?
Footloose, another good. There you go. Debbie brought up another one. Footloose was another good movie.
Back to the Future. Can't forget all the Back to the Future movies.
Oh yeah, yep. I'll give you that one too. See, this is what I'm talking about. The '80s being, it just dropped a lot of the movies that we call cult classics now. Yeah, I agree with you, Richard. Caddyshack, Major League.
One of my favorites, which is I don't think it's going to be one of the top movies, but one of the major movies one of the movies I like was Harry Met Sally.
Oh, I'll have to check. You'll have to let me know what it's called. Get Ice and Steel.
Did you hear me, Dave? Harry Met Sally.
Yeah, well, there you go.
That's
that was a good one too. Yeah, but that's kind of what this one was too, Jill. So I just hope they're not gonna. Yeah, and it does. And that's the problem. And yes, I agree with that, Jonathan. You're correct on that. Where they played them over and over. But that's what they did to the Christmas Story too. They played it. Oh, they played Christmas. They played the Christmas Story over and over and over. It's like the Karate Kid. I'm going to be honestly. I love the Karate Kid trilogies. But through the 70s or through the 90s and through the early 2000s, they played the Karate Kid so much. I'm burned out on the Karate Kid. And I love my martial arts. I love my martial arts, but I'm kind of burned out on the Karate Kids because they played them so much.
About the Gremlins.
But yeah, Harry Met Sally was a good one. Oh,
yeah.
How about this one? And I know this came out in the 90s. We're kind of getting now I'm leaning a little bit towards the 90s, but what about the movie here or You Got Mail with Tom Hanks?
Oh yeah, I love that movie. Yeah. That was a good movie.
How about the one with Danny DeVito, Billy Crystal, Mama got thrown off the train. And no, we're not going to throw you off the train, Debbie. How about Mama was thrown off the train? That was kind of a cute movie. Stupid but cute.
Well, in the beginning of 1980, The Shining.
Which one?
The Shining.
Oh, The Shining?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember The Shining. I can't. What's his name? Shining. Who was it? Sleepless in Seattle.
Yeah.
Mama, don't let your baby grow up to be cowboys.
Jack Nicholson.
There you go, Paul. Yeah. Throw Mama off the train. Jack Nicholson. Yeah, The Shining and who was it that directed that? That was, oh my God. It was one of those cult classics. Stephen King. Stephen
Yep.
King did that one. Natural. There you go, Richard. That's another good one too. The Natural. The Shining, Jill. Yeah, Shining was a creepy movie.
Very creepy.
It was a creepy movie. That's like that. What was that one with the cat?
Then there's also
Pet Cemetery. Pet Cemetery was some creepy ones too.
I don't know if it was also 80s and 90s was an Omen.
Yeah, and again, movies. Some of that was, and some of that was the Stephen King stuff that was coming out. Stephen King was big then, and he's still pretty big now. Scrumbum. Ooh, Platoon. I didn't care for the Full Metal Jacket, but Platoon.
I like that. Platoon was.
I like Platoon. I didn't care for Full Metal Jacket.
Then you also had the movie The Big.
Yes, Big was a good movie. That was definitely a top notch.
Tom Hanks.
Yes, that one definitely was a good top notch movie.
Yeah, there was some good movies in the 80s, that's for sure. One of my favorites, and I know a lot of people don't like this of Robin Williams, but one of my favorite movies was Dead Poets Society. That's one of my favorite movies of his.
I thought it was okay. It wasn't to me, it wasn't one of his best movies. And Richard, to me, that was one of his best movies. Vietnam. But I also did like him. Obviously, I thought he did Robin Williams, and I know it's going into the 90s, but I did like him in the Disney remake of Flubber. I thought Robin Williams did a pretty decent job.
And then also you had Scarface in the 80s.
Yep, Scarface. And and think about it too. You had in the 70s, and this is going back to the 70s, you had the Godfather movies that went all the way 70s, and you had the Godfather movies that started in the 70s but went into the 80s.
Yeah. Then you had the Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Who didn't like Eddie Murphy? Except when he was extreme raw.
There's a lot of good movies that came out in the 80s, that's for sure.
Yes. Killing Fields was another.
Eddie Murphy and Coming to America.
Yep, that was good. Richard mentioned a good one, Empire of the Sun. Killing Fields. Killing Fields was a good one too, Jonathan.
Yeah, Spaceballs. You had Pretty in the Pink.
Oh my God.
The Terminators.
Okay. Here's my thing with Spaceballs. If it was anybody else that did that movie, I would have said it should have been thrown in the trash can. But since Mel Brooks did it, you had to laugh at it because it was so stupid. Because if you look at the Mel Brooks movies, like Blazing Saddles, his movies were nuts.
That was my father's favorite.
Mel Brooks he was a kid.
That was my father's favorite movie, was Blazing Saddles.
My girl wants to party all the time. Okay, I'm not sure what you're saying there, David T.
Yeah, he definitely had some good movies in the 80s, that's for sure.
That you did.
But a lot of that, actually, I didn't even watch it in the 80s, or some of it in the 80s. But most of the time, I actually watched it like in the 90s or later, because I didn't really do too
Eddie
much.
Murphy song? Yeah, okay. Okay, David T. I know what you're saying now.
Not too far thought now. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of good Monty Python. Now, okay, I did not care for Monty Python. I never did get into Monty Python a lot. Oh, Mel Brooks' Young Frankenstein.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yes, with because I know another one. There was a good movie right there. With now I can't think of his name. Curly hair, playing the original Willy Wonka. What was his name?
Oh, Gene Wilder.
What was that one about the red dress? With
Gene. You talking about Gene Wilder?
I can't remember now. Yes, Stripes with John Candy. That was awesome too.
Yeah. The thing is, in the beginning of the 80s, I kind of watched some movies, but not too much. Actually, most of the time I watched the movies from the 80s.
Yeah, that was.
I watched it mostly in the 90s, believe it or not.
Oh, I will tell you. What do you all think of? Here's a good one, and this was really the breakout for Tom Hanks, and I don't know if there was a breakout for John Candy, but he played a secondary character, Splash.
Right.
Early 80s, Splash.
Mm-hmm. A lot of the comedians from the 80s,
Oh, David T. Julie McGowan, welcome in.
Oh, my God, MASH,
Hello, Hello, Julie McGowan. Welcome in.
Hi, Julie.
Welcome in. Yes. Oh, my goodness. I watched the first time I ever saw that episode, David T. That was, I was a big MASH fan, and I'm still.
I saw that when it came out.
I cried. I'm going to tell you, I cried, and it was something else with that, and all the yeah. I'm trying to think of some other ones that.
Yep, 1983.
Yeah. Yeah, The Right Stuff. Yeah. I remember that one, and that was pretty good, Jonathan, for sure.
True.
I think we just about covered almost every movie we could cover through the 80s.
Yeah.
A little bit from the 70s into the 90s. If not, we did a good job of covering a lot, and there's probably a lot more that we could talk about.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
And there is. But I do know that it's getting late for some of us.
Yeah.
It's almost 1 a.m. and I know Debbie's looking tired. But I don't know about you guys. I hope you guys had fun. I've had a blast tonight. Please. Yeah, there you go. Man. Who don't like Tackleberry? And who don't like Gremlin? There you go. Gremlins. I completely forgot.
I mentioned that earlier. Gremlins.
I've always, Police Academy to me. Oh, there you go. Police. Do you know that came out the year after I went through the Police Academy?
Really?
That came out a year after I went through the Police Academy. I went through the Police Academy. If you guys all remember when I was telling you guys, when I did the Two Lies and the Truth, I actually, it was 1983 when I went through the police, or no, never mind. I'm thinking wrong decade. Back up. Hold the brakes. No, I do remember when my brother was just graduating high school that year. Never mind. Wrong decade.
As I said, big. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier, Richard. Yeah, big. Tom Hanks.
Yeah, that was a classic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that was definitely a good movie for sure.
And it was like a lot of Woody Allen movies too in the 80s.
Yep. There you go. Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of. Oh, really, Jonathan? Nice. Which one are you talking about that got filmed in Uncommon Valor? Oh, David T. Oh, you're talking another one that was, again, anybody that was in the military or anybody that was in Vietnam. You're talking another movie that touched the hearts of military personnel.
Yeah.
Humber College? Okay.
Annie Hall. Oh, that was 1970s. That was in the late 70s. Annie Hall.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Wow. We're still holding them 14 people in here. We've done a good job of holding them here, Debbie.
That's good.
I mean, we actually got up to like 1920, so we've actually had a good stream. We've actually had a good crowd coming through here tonight.
That's good, Dave. I told you, this is going to be your year.
Well, we're hoping that's what my goal is, to try to spice these things up and have more fun on Friday and Saturday nights and get these other shows. And like I said, I've had 2 good days where I got a lot of contacts done. So better days are, at least I can talk from the channel point of views. The channels are in good shape at this point.
Very good.
Have a good night, David T. Yeah, I'm getting ready to.
I'm like really.
I'm getting ready to. You know what, guys? We will go back over this again. Yes, Princess Bride. That's 80s. We will go again. We will do this again next week. We'll probably talk about some more 80s. Might even get into some of the 90s movies next week. But still concentrate on 80s. I'll still find some more 80s trivia stuff, and we'll still do some more. Maybe I'll pull up some 80s trivia music.
Okay.
Yeah, Andre the Giant being called the Brute Squad. Yeah, I remember that. That was the only film that I know of that Andre the Giant did, I think.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, well, thank you all for being here tonight. Jonathan, David T, Kay, Tina, Molly popping in, and Julie McGowan popping in, and Amy and Jill and Richard.
Yeah.
And just thank you, everybody. And anybody that was ninja watching, Cannonball Run, yeah. No, Cannonball Run.
Yeah.
Oh, I do remember that one, but I still like the Cannonball movies.
I agree
movies that came out in the 80s.
Yeah.
Cannonball Run's movies that came out in the 80s was fun.
Yeah.
All right. Jason, have a good night. So I'm going to say this,
Jason.
guys.
Yeah.
It was fun reliving the past and talking about a lot of our memories and sharing memories. A lot of learning. Yep, Beverly Hills Cops. We mentioned that earlier.
Yeah.
So with that, I'm going to say, guys, from the world of Disney magical theme parks, may you wish upon a star and your dreams come true. Yes, we will be back with 80s again next week, but I think we'll talk about 80s music.
Yeah.
So next week we'll talk about 80s music, I think. So you don't want to miss that, and see how far south we can get. Or, well, maybe. We'll see. Have a great night, guys.
Have a good night, everyone.